Hello, welcome to our channel, your go-to place for natural health and supplement wisdom. Let's boost your wellness together. Have you ever come across a plant that people call the miracle tree? That's Moringa oleifera. It's been used for centuries in traditional medicine across Africa and Asia. And today, it's gaining worldwide attention as one of the most nutrient-dense plants ever studied. It's packed with vitamins, minerals, amino acids, antioxidants, and plant compounds that support nearly every system in the human body. But here's the thing, whenever something is praised as a superfood, people naturally wonder, is it really safe to use? What are the possible side effects? How much should you actually take to feel the benefits without overdoing it? And what are the smartest, safest ways to include it in your daily life? That's exactly what we're diving into today. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of whether Moringa is safe for you, what to watch out for, how to use it properly, and the best practices to get the most out of this incredible plant. So stick around, because I'll also share my favorite way to take Moringa. What we know about Moringa's safety. When we talk about safety, it's important to understand the context. Moringa is not some new, untested supplement. For hundreds, even thousands of years, communities in India, Africa, and the Philippines have been using Moringa leaves, seeds, and pods as both food and medicine. In fact, in some countries, it's used to combat malnutrition because it's so rich in essential nutrients. Modern research has caught up to traditional wisdom, and studies confirm that Moringa leaves are generally safe when consumed in reasonable amounts. They're rich in vitamin A, vitamin C, calcium, potassium, iron, and a unique set of phytonutrients that act as natural anti-inflammatories and antioxidants. That's part of why health enthusiasts call it nature's multivitamin. However, like any concentrated source of nutrients, the dose matters. Just because something is natural doesn't mean you can take unlimited amounts without consequences. Even too much water can be harmful if you overdo it, and the same logic applies here. The goal with Moringa is not excess, it's balance. Possible side effects and cautions. So let's talk about the less glamorous part, the potential side effects. The good news is, for most healthy adults, Moringa doesn't cause problems when it's taken in normal amounts. But if you suddenly take very high doses, your digestive system might protest a little. Some people report mild nausea, bloating, or loose stools when they start with a large serving of Moringa powder or capsules. It's not dangerous, but it can definitely be uncomfortable, and it's usually your body's way of saying, slow down. Another important point is how Moringa interacts with blood sugar and blood pressure. One of its natural benefits is that it helps regulate both. That's great if you're trying to balance your energy or support your heart health. But if you're already on medication for diabetes or hypertension, combining Moringa with prescription drugs could amplify the effects, potentially dropping your blood sugar or blood pressure lower than intended. That's why it's always best to talk with your doctor before adding Moringa if you're on medication for those conditions. Now, let's address pregnancy and breastfeeding. The leaves themselves are generally considered safe, but the root and bark of the Moringa tree contain compounds that can stimulate the uterus. Because of that, pregnant women are advised to avoid those parts of the plant completely. Nursing mothers can usually benefit from the leaf powder or capsules, since Moringa is thought to even support milk production. But it should still be done under medical guidance. So the big takeaway here is that Moringa is safe for the majority of people. But like anything, it has contexts where caution is needed. Listening to your body and starting slow is always the smarter choice. How much Moringa should you take? One of the most common questions people ask is, how much Moringa should I actually take? And honestly, it depends on the form you're using and your personal goals. If you're starting with Moringa powder, it's always wise to begin with a small amount. Something like half a teaspoon stirred into a smoothie, some juice, or even sprinkled over a salad. That's just enough to let your body adjust. Over time, most people increase to about 1 to 2 teaspoons per day, which is roughly 2 to 5 grams. That amount is safe, well tolerated, and enough to give you noticeable benefits without overwhelming your system. For capsules, it really depends on the brand. Most high-quality Moringa supplements recommend 1 or 2 capsules a day. This usually provides the equivalent of a couple grams of leaf powder. It's simple, convenient, and avoids the strong earthy taste that not everyone enjoys. If you prefer tea, 1 cup a day is a gentle way to enjoy Moringa. Some people like to drink it in the morning instead of coffee because it gives them a calm, steady energy boost without the jitters or crash. The important thing is consistency. Moringa works best when you take it regularly in small amounts. It's not a magic pill where 1 megadose changes everything overnight. Think of it more like adding a powerful food to your daily routine. The real magic happens when it becomes a habit. Best practices for using Moringa. Now let's go deeper into the best practices. First, timing. Moringa is energizing, so many people prefer to take it in the morning or early afternoon. If you take it right before bed, you might find yourself more alert than you'd like. Pairing Moringa with meals is another smart practice. Because it's loaded with fat-soluble vitamins like A, E, and K, combining it with healthy fats like avocado, olive oil, or nuts helps your body absorb those nutrients more efficiently. Hydration is also key. Since Moringa contains fiber, drinking enough water throughout the day helps your digestion process it smoothly and keeps everything balanced. Wrapping it all together. So let's bring this all together. Moringa oleifera is one of the most nutrient-rich plants on Earth. It's generally very safe, and when taken in moderation, it can support your energy, immunity, digestion, and overall vitality. Side effects are rare and usually only happen when people take too much too soon, or when it interacts with certain medications. And of course, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss more deep dives into natural health and supplements. Thanks for spending this time with me today, and I'll see you in the next video.